many people speak about this thing or that thing, and they have kind of like opinions about what you're doing with your life. And the thing is whether you should actually consider what they're saying about you or not. So what is the ground deal, as you can put it in that manner? The ground deal is that the job of the people is to, they have a lot of time on their hands to waste it. So when they like that's kind of like a slave life. Like you have a job and you do your job for, I don't know, 8 hours, 10 hours, and then you are free to do anything you want. So that's what you do. You come home, you eat, you drink, you watch TV, you have no knowledge about anything important. And then when you watch TV, you watch about everything and anything. And even if you don't watch TV, and even if you don't know about what's going on in the world, you do have people's life to discuss about. And when you have people's life to discuss about, what are you going to do? You're going to form opinions about their life. Like what you are doing with your life matters to you and you alone, and what they are doing to their life matters to them and them alone. But what you do is you sit down and you start opinionating about other people's job, whatever they are doing. You start to form opinions about them, and that's a very valid question to ask. What right have you, or forget about what right have you, what benefit do you gain from discussing the lives of other people? Zero. Nothing. Because that's when you, according to me, what I believe in, or what I know for sure, for a certainty, is that you start forming opinions, and then you start comparing yourself with others, or others with yourself. That is when you have set up for yourself a parameter, like a boundary. And that is the boundary, that is the parameter that you cannot cross. So that is like your bubble, that is like your bubble inside of which you are residing. And you have occupied yourself with maybe tens, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands of opinions, and that's the bubble that you're living in. And that bubble does not allow you to step outside of that perimeter or that boundary, perimeter, parameter, whatever. But it does not just allow you to get out, it just does not allow you to step outside. And when it does not, then what happens? Then your life gets bounded, because you're in the boundary, not outside of the boundary. Your boundary is not expanding day by day, but your boundary is becoming contracted, converging. Maybe you can call it that, contracting. Converging is actually meeting at one point, like going like this at this point, that is a converging. But your life is getting contracted, not expansive but contraction. That is what is happening. So when your life is contracting, your life is contracting because you have bound yourself. Bounding means binding, bounding, same thing. You are gripping something and you're not letting it go. So your life is bound by that thing. And that thing is what? That thing is the opinions that you have formed about this and that, and on and on and on and on. And you do not have what you want to do with your life. Now, also there are people who don't give a damn about other people's life, and they just do what they are supposed to do. But they are principle-less, value-less people. Don't become one of them. Become value-able. What does that mean? Become of value, become of something that you would do for people and something that would actually bring smiles on people's faces. Smiles and happiness, introduce that into people's life. You've got to be somebody like that. Now, how is that going to happen? One might wonder, one might ask. For that, principalization, maybe you can call it that, of your life is very important. You have to be principled in a way, okay? There are certain principles, there are certain morals, ethics, codes of conduct that you have to go through, that you have to live by. That's how you form a golden life. That's how you, like, that's another part of the discussion. But the discussion right now is that you need to stop forming opinions about other people, and you need to start doing whatever you are capable of. If you're capable of 1,000 things, do them one by one. Start one thing and then finish it, and then move on to the other thing. Okay? And if you're only interested in doing one thing or two things, let's say one thing, then start it, do that, and bring it to a crux, bring it to a end point, bring it to a result, bring it to a production, bring it to a yield. Okay, a point where you have done something about it, where you have taken it to a point. Do something like that about it, because that is important, and that is what is going to make a difference. So that's how your world, it's a very good word, that your perspective, your vision of the world, or your vision of yourself, the vision of the whole world around you, the vision of that surrounds you, your environment, that needs to be completely expanding always, all the time. That's how it happens. Only when you stop making opinions about other people. Judge your life. I mean, I do experience it when I, even for like, let's say 0.01% of the time, when I am like completely focusing into my thing, then I understand that I don't have time. I don't have time to form opinions about others. I don't have time to do that. My brain becomes trained to invest my time in places of value. And when my brain becomes that principled, that disciplined, that I have to invest my time to bring value to this world that we live in, that's when my horizon of vision increases. When I have opinions about other people, or when other people have opinions about me, well, let them make opinions about me, and let them do whatever they want to do about me. Because when you are sharpening yourself like a knife, always, you are going to become a very sharp knife, and that knife can cut through anything. So when anybody walks in to you, when anybody tries to get into your path, not gonna happen. Never. Because you are sharp like a knife, and that other person has no idea what he or she or what they might be messing with. And that is how you're supposed to form your life. That is how you're supposed to mold your life. That is how you are supposed to polish your life. Polish your principle, polish your philosophy, polish your very being, your very personal character, personalization, your very features, polish them in that way. And nobody can form an opinion about it. Or maybe they can form an opinion about it, but when they do form an opinion about it, people will call them mad. They form an opinion about you, but people will be like, okay, so what about it? So what about it? If he has an opinion about him, what about it? He doesn't know at what level he is, what he's doing. That's when people actually start to support you. When your moral, your philosophy, your principle, your code of conduct is pure gold. That is important. So making opinions about other people and other people making opinions about yourself and being bothered by it shouldn't matter to you. I mean, it does not happen like one night you go to sleep, other morning you wake up and now people are making making opinions about you and you don't care. That does not happen like that. In the beginning, you are going to question yourself 1,000 times. Whether am I doing whatever I'm doing, am I doing it right or wrong? I don't know. Whatever I'm doing, is it right? Is it wrong? Whether these people are right, that I'm wrong, or whether I'm very right and these are all wrong, all idiots. You're going to think about that. You're going to question yourself 1,000 times. And this question will never be answered if you haven't started. There will be 1,000 fingers pointing at you, 1,000 fingers pointing out mistakes in you, in your path, in your choices, in your everything regarding life, and only one thing can save you, and that is the action on that thing that which you are wanting to do. Or maybe even waiting for the right time. That does happen for some people, most of the people, waiting for the right time. When the right time comes, I'll do it, because right time is not a fairy tale. Right time means right time over here. Mental preparation, that is the right time. When you're mentally prepared for something, that's the right time. Okay? Never mind whether you're physically prepared for that or not. Once you're mentally prepared, once mentally you understand something, you're prepared for it. That is the right time. Okay? That is the right time. And that is when the opinions of other people doesn't matter to you, because you know what you're doing. And when you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter who thinks what about you. This doesn't matter. And this kind of path is very unsure, I would like to say. Unsure. You will be very confused all the time. Whether I'm doing the right thing or not, I don't know. But the more you do what you're doing, the more you walk the path, the more and more clearer it becomes. And suddenly the people all around you who are pointing fingers and who are saying that you're wrong, that can't happen, all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh my God, he proved it, he did it. And then they will knock on your door and they will be like, how do you do that? Teach me too, please, I want to know. And at that point, it's up to you whether you can teach them or you can tell them that I just don't want to get into it right now, like just leave me alone for now. Or okay, come, I'll teach you, but there is a fees for that. There is a price that you have to pay in order for you to learn that. That's how you have to manage yourself. That is why education is important. That is why gaining knowledge is important, because gaining knowledge prepares you right here. It prepares you mentally. From 0 to, let's say, 21 years of age, let's say 25 years of age, let's say 27 years of age, let's say 30 years of age, let's say 40 years of age, let's say 50, let's say 60, let's say 70, I don't care. But this preparation is more important compared to this preparation. This, I can do it, compared to this physical preparation, mental preparation. And if mental preparation comes to you in your infant age, when you're at the age of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, gold, good, very good. But even if your mental preparation comes to you at the age of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, it doesn't matter. We have a saying here in India, Jab jago tab savera, which means when you wake up, that's your morning. Which literally means philosophically, whenever you understood something that's an eye-opener for you, that means you have been enlightened, go for it. I mean, listen to the story of Buddha, okay? Gautam Buddha, as we call him. His story, he had never seen the world outside. One day he goes outside into his city, he sees the world, and he asks the people around him, his guards and everybody, what is going on, what is this world? I don't know. And they introduce him to concepts of diseases, life, happiness, sadness, death, everything, life, happiness, marriage, children, this, that. They introduce him to everything, and this is what's going on in the world. And he says that I want to know the reality behind it. What is going on really? Like, I want to know. I don't understand. These are just concepts, but what is behind all this? Why is this all going on in the world? What am I doing here? And every kind of philosophical question popped up in his mind, and he was confused. He was a prince of a kingdom. So what happened? He's married. He's got a child, as far as I've learned about the stories, as far as the stories have been conveyed to us, but doesn't matter. He's married, he's got a child, and one night, he just leaves the palace and goes. Nobody knows where, he just goes, leaves. The morning, wife and kid wakes up and they're like, where is Gautam? Sorry, his name is not Gautam, his name is Siddharth. Where is Siddharth? So the wife is like, where is my husband? The child is like, where's my father? They don't know. The king and queen like, where is our son? Don't know. But he went, maybe, I don't know. He was married, so basically he was at the age of maybe 21, 23, I don't know. Maybe let's say 21. He was at the age of 21. And he goes into the forest, into seclusion, far away. And he's just wanting to understand what is going on in life. What is this life? He's just wanting to understand. And he starts meditating on that. What is going on? What is going on? There are minimal stories in between that he went and he found a guru, and that guru, or in some cases he found a prophet of God, a messenger of God, and that messenger of God gave him something, some technique, and told him, go and contemplate on it and you will find your answers. And he goes into the forest and he sits down under a tree, because that's where you are not directly under sun. Maybe that is the case. So because there are variations in stories, and we are not interested in the variations in the story, we are interested in what actually happened. So he goes down and in the forest and he sits under the tree. That's a peepal tree. He goes there, sits there, and he meditates. He starts to meditate, contemplate. And what happens then? Not one day, not in 1 day, not in 2 days, not in 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. Years pass by. Maybe 10, 20, I don't know. It's the story of Siddhartha Gautam Buddha. Or Buddha means Buddhi. He got Buddhi, he got enlightenment. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I don't know, but he was there meditating, contemplating, meditating, contemplating, meditating, contemplating. And then what happened? One day, out of the ordinary, out of the blue, these words come out of his mouth, and those words are Aham Brahmasmi, which means, I don't know whether I pronounced that right or I said that right, but which means I am enlightened. The literal translation of those words, I am enlightened. He said, I am enlightened. And that's when which actually means I understood. I got the buddhi. Buddhi in Hindi we say enlightenment, understanding. I got the buddhi, I got the wisdom. That's why we call him Buddha. The Americans, they call him Buddha. Whatever. But he got enlightenment, so he got prepared mentally. And when he was prepared mentally, doesn't matter. Now he's prepared mentally and he knows when is the right time for everything. So he's like playing Tetris with his life now. That this block comes down, it needs to go here. This block comes down, this needs to go there. This block comes down, this needs to go here. This block comes down, this needs to go there. So he's now like managing his life. That's what's gonna happen to you. Prepare mentally first. Take the help of the internet. If so, okay. Take the help of the internet. Prepare yourself mentally, and then once you're prepared mentally, now you have all the pieces of puzzle right in front of you, like a mosaic pattern. Everything mismatched, I don't know what's going on, and then you start taking each tile, each piece of puzzle, and you start putting it like right here. This should go right here. This is wrong. It should go right here. This should go right here. This should go right here. This should go right here. And that's when you see that, oh, this is the picture of life coming right in front of me full. This is the puzzle that is being solved. And as you proceed in life, more such pieces appear out of nowhere, and you can see whether it's in the wrong position or not, whether you should title it in the wrong position or not, whether you should leave it there and see what happens, or whether you should take that piece and put it wherever you see it fit. That is how you should live your life. I've spoken enough, and I think you've understood enough for today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, so that many people can see this video. Share if you can, and you should, you must, and comment whatever you want to comment, whatever you want to say to me, whatever you want to talk about, and I will talk about it. I will give you what I think. Taking opinions from people of wisdom is very good, because they don't give you like, this is what you should do. They would give you like, this is how the whole canvas is in front of you, and you can paint anywhere you want, and that is your capacity. Or they can also help you like increase your capacity intrinsically, internally, and then you can paint the canvas of your life however you want. That is the role of the people of wisdom. Tata, bye bye.